1984 Toyota Corona RT142 22RE engine, 5-speed manual drift car. And so we've got the fan shroud, the belt. So this is the power steering belt. That's the original power steering belt, and then that's my alternator belt, and the original one's disappeared because it snapped off. So anyway, I'm going to put these on today. I've already jumped ahead. I had to drain the alternator. I drained the radiator so I could take that hose off. I was going to do it anyway. I haven't done a coolant flush since I bought the car a year ago, so might as well do it now. So that's gone. Taking that off. Looking yummy. It's not crunchy or anything. So anyway, we're in here. So the way I take this one off, undo this nut and undo the big bolt on here, which I think is a 16. It's pretty big, and that'll slide down. Your tensioner will slide. Okay. Take that belt off. You have to wrap him, come around the fan, bring him out. And then the next belt, which was, I don't have aircon, as you can see, because it's a drift car that's been taken off. I didn't do it, but the original guy did, so that's okay, I don't care. And so then you're going to go around this one, the furthest one back. It's going to come up here around the fan, and it's going to go down there around the alternator. Here's the second belt. Now the way to get that belt off, he feels it's still on there, or even just to get the new one on, you have to undo the bolt on the top of the alternator that is just out of frame. Okay, it's just on this bit sticking up there, just on this bit sticking up, and then you have to do the other bolt, which is down in there. You'll be able to see it, and it's a 14mm, and it's a pain in the ass because the back of it will spin at the same time. So what I did is I got a ratchet there, and I put that ratchet on the nut on the back, and put my ratchet here, and as I crank this one, this guy hit the head, you know what I mean, hit the block, and then that's it. And then he holds it like someone else, like as if someone was there holding it for me. Then just give it a nice big crank, and then you bust the, crank the nut open. So now the alternator's free and ready to move, and put the belt on, and this one is as well. So it's pretty simple. You should do the two tensioners. I'd never done it before on this engine. I haven't really worked on this one much, so I haven't had any problems with it yet. As you can see, I got a brand new steering rack and everything down there, and yeah, so she feels pretty good, and pump. See my power steering pump's looking all nice there. So belts are on. So I don't know if we can see. We can obviously see this one, and you should be able to see that one there. There we go. So to put this belt on, all you do, what I did, okay, I don't know if I'm the correct way, but I pulled the tensioner up. I got the belt on, pulled it up where I could hold it, then just finger tightened it up with the 16mm socket, just turned it. Then I tightened this thing in most of the way, like got it to there, and then you just keep tightening, and then you undo this a little bit so it can move, and then you just tighten that one up to it, till you get, there's the kind of tension I've got on the belt, okay, which it's going to stretch, so that's maybe a tiny little bit tight, but should be fine. As soon as I start it, it'll stretch over the next, few hours of running. Same with the other one. The other one's probably hasn't got as much tension on it as that one, but this one's a longer belt, like stretch, so it'll probably stretch more than the other one. And it's more important, I guess, power steering. The other one's only the alternator and well, I guess it's the water pump, but still, probably not as important. Anyway, so that's that on. Now the way I did the other one, as I said, I got that one on there, and this time he was leaning over here, and I just tightened it up. And then I had a bar in here, and I got my mum to hold that bar, just to hold it there, and that held the alternator out. Tightened it up, tightened the other one up, and it's all good. So I'm just going to fill the radiator up, put some new coolant in it and shit, and then we'll start her up, and hopefully no problems. Oh yeah, check out my brake fluid. Tell me if you think it needs to be done. We're not. Look at that in there. Yuck. Yuck. Oh wait, let's look at the handbrake. Oh yuck. Fucking filthy. Okay, well there. I think that's next on the list, and I might get a new pod too, because that one's looking a little shit. Doesn't that look dangerous? I haven't put the shroud on yet because the belts will probably loosen over the next day or two, and so I might have to just tighten it all up again, especially the alternator one. So I left it off, but I'm not going to be shoving my hands in there. Seems to be running fine. That looks cool, eh? Okay, well I don't know whether that helps you as much. Obviously it probably only helps you if you had a 22RE, but anyway, that's how you do the belts. Had a running, yep, this thing's all filled up and bled out, and a bit of a mess, but it's all good. And it could hold, I let it warm up to operating temp, and I was holding it at 4,000 RPM, and I mean, same tension on the belt at the moment. I mean, it'll stretch, don't get me wrong, but you know, all good. There you go, there's the belts trans on 22RE, and there's no aircon one, so I don't have aircon. Aircon, actually, I will show you, as you can see it down there. You would undo the front bolt, and then you can kind of see the one going in there. Okay, that's the tensioner, the one in there, the one that goes a long ways, and you'd undo him just like you did undo this one, because it's the same thing. That's what you're undoing there. Okay, and so yeah, that's how you do that.